Coach, it is a building that has seen it all through the many years of its existence as EA Sports welcomes you to Oakland, California. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Cleveland Browns and the Oakland Raiders. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Down. 60 Pittsburgh. You. Big Ed. Leo. Shoot.
A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard.
Stand up.
They'll run with Hunt on 2nd down. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Now, after the run by Hunt, here's 1st and 10.
Go.
Now a handoff here to his running back. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's 2nd and 8. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, 3rd down. He was all over that route defensively. Now, they had 2 picks last week as a unit. Couldn't quite grab that one.
Patience, Grasshopper. Patience is early in this game, but you like the fact that they're around the football early. They're going to be upset they didn't haul that one in, but at least they're there at the moment of truth to make a play on it.
By the way, where did the grasshopper thing come from? I know it's been around for a long time.
Yeah, you know, I'll have to tell you that some other time.
All right, back to football.
Go now.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
Yep. Chopper! 41's coming. 41's the mic. You don't see me. You don't see me in your nightmares.
Yeah, that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long.
Hey, Haywood!
50 seconds to Mike. 50 seconds to Mike. Revert.
Hey, check Mike 57. Mike 57.
Get him.
Now.
They'll set up to throw. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that'll be incomplete. Now, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
But that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels. That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb.
Set the tone, defense.
They'll run it here. This is Marlon Mack. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 10, right around the 9-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. And the last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Hey, watch your leg. Joker.
On 2nd down, here's a run with Mack. He'll have a first down and more past the 20. And finally marked down at the 42-yard line. A big hitter there from deep in their own territory. 49 yards on the ground. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
That's track. He's crossing. He's checking crack.
Check 52.
Slam. Check. Go. Slam.
He'll drop to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Now Mack. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
If they want a first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on 3rd down.
Check 26. Check.
On 3rd down, a run by Mack. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. It's a 6-yard pickup. It's still a few chain links short, it appears, with 4th down coming up. So they'll say no to the 50-yard field goal try. Instead, the offense out there, they're going for it. They'll try and run with Velage. And they are going to stop him on 4th and 1 as they'll wind up going backwards. The Raiders try it on 4th down, but to no avail. And this Browns defense stands tall. They'll start with Hunt on the ground. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Hey, orbit.
Push him back.
2nd and 9 now. And he hits Drake. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
One of the things you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Look at me. Go.
They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. And that will be incomplete.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
Yeah, first quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on 3rd down conversions to start this thing.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. So we'll see what they can do here, Charles.
And it's always easy to second guess when you don't get it on a 4th down try. But they had to like the feeling that they had going on offense. They want to continue to see if they can capture that again on this drive and maybe get in the same position.
Yeah, and that's, I mean, like I said, they were moving the football. It's not like they went 4 and out, so I don't think it's a deal where the offense doesn't have confidence.
No, I agree with you totally on that one. If anything, they may have gained more confidence. Okay, they stopped us once. That's all right. Let's keep moving it. Make them do it again.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
He better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off.
57. Mike, 57. Yo, 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 yo. Yo. 25. Check 25. Check 25.
Watch twist.
Will. Hey, check 23.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. And he finds a man with a crossing route. A big play that time for the Raiders. 45 yards.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35.
57. Mike, 57. Hey, we hit. Just heavy on the edges. Check 43. Kill. Single.
Back to throw here. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
57's right. Watch twist. Alert flare. Check three. Check it back.
No score after one on EA Sports. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19.
Here we go. Shoot. Wide. Go. 53 to Mike. 53. Check. Go.
Now back to throw. He completes this one to Mack. It'll be a gain of 6, and it'll be a 3rd and about 13.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
It looks like a nickel set now for the Browns on 3rd down.
57's the mic. Watch 57. We got to get the ball, D. Get the ball right here. Let's go. Kill. Check. Hey. Tighten up. Hey.
Back to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
This one will sail out of bounds. It'll depend on the spot here. And the side judge says that went out at the 7-yard line. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? Back and forth like that? That definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
The Browns drive about to get started. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
They'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Got a man open. It's Ricky Seals-Jones. And they'll get him down up past the 15. It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a first down.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. He's got a first down past the 30. And finally taken down at the 20-yard line.
Let's go.
A big play there on the catch and run. 63 yards. So the field flips here as they'll go to work at the 20 now on first and 10. On first down, they'll run with Hunt. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Kareem Hunt with touchdown number 8 on the year, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a first down. A run there on first down gets 3 up to the 28. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's a 2nd and 7. And that's off the mark, incomplete. Greedy Williams, the rookie out of LSU, there to knock it away.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. They'll drop to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Browns. And they will set up shop with outstanding field position in the red zone at the 17-yard line.
Ready? Mike, bravo. Come on. 22 jet bombers. 22 jet bombers. Check it out.
They'll run on first down. Hunt able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13. I think you mentioned in the opening drive that these guys needed to establish the run, protect the young QB. Actually broke that down, believe it or not. So how would you assess things so far?
I'm kind of touched that you actually wrote something like that down. I appreciate that, partner. But I do think they've been able to do that. Maybe not as effectively as they've wanted to, but I think we'll see more of as this game goes along because they want to continue to take care of that young QB.
Squeeze.
On second down, it's Hunt.
You ain't going nowhere.
And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So he was holding from that left tackle position.
Everyone tries to keep their hands inside when they're blocking ever since they liberalized the rules where you can extend them out. But sometimes they get out a little wide and they get detected grabbing some cloth.
57, look at me, zipper.
They'll set up a throw. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down. The turnover put them in great field position. They don't want to squander it with third down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is third and long.
64. Hey, echo. Go. Yeah.
set to throw. Going for it all. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So they recovered the fumble, but ultimately could not take advantage of the short field.
Definitely a lost opportunity right there. I mean, they were in prime position to put 6 on the board. Ended up settling for 3.
The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive? A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown. But they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach would be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield and punch in the end zone without turning it over.
Watch the slant.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
The Raiders on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 15. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
We get slap happy up here sometimes.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping. Kill, kill, kill. Kill, kill.
Hey, check Mike 57. Mike, go.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's got his man on the crossing route. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a 1st down.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target.
Hey, we got Mike, number 53.
Let's go, Heavy. Let's go, Heavy. Heavy, what you got? What you got, Heavy? What you got, Heavy? Give me some. Give me some.
They'll run on 1st down with Marlon Mack.
Check 4, check 4.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Looking to throw, and that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
Check 3, check 3, check 3. Check. Look, wait. Shit. Check. Go. He's coming.
They'll look to throw here. Throwing the out route and complete. It's Cannon. And he takes this way down deep into Cleveland territory. A big play that time for the Raiders. 44 yards.
1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10.
Mike, 53. Mike.
Hey, let's get that ball, D. Let's get that ball.
Check.
He's checking. Crash. Kill.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. That is caught inside the 5. And he's brought down. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
And a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry, the ball gets tipped in the air.
And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Kalen Ballage, his 4th touchdown on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. This is taken at his 4. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
He's going to rifle one deep left side. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Juan Thornhill. And a potential turning point as they'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half.
Intercepted. The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter.
57. Mike, 57.
Hey, switch.
Hey, switch gears. Hey, alert 3. Hold on. Joker. 57's the Mike. 57's the Mike.
They'll throw now on the final play. Going for the deep ball. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off down at the 2. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken at the 3. And an alley to run. The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. The kick return touchdown goes for 97 yards. And the Raiders have taken the lead.
We've sat in a lot of meetings, and they always talk about the offense taking advantage of beginning a half. So special teams coaches don't listen to that. They want to take advantage with their own unit, and they just did.
Yeah, they trailed in the locker rooms, and they changed that immediately.
I think they drew that one up special. That felt like something he pulled out of his pocket that he'd been holding for a while, and they were able to use it effectively.
The Browns drive about to get started. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. On first down, they go right back to Hunt. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. A good play there as the Browns strike for 16 on a first down. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
On first down, Hunt, and give him about 3 as he gets it down to the 22-yard line.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
On 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Check. Team spill. Slam. Hey, check 24. 124. Check 3.
They run right side with Hunt. He's got the first down inside the 10. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Kareem Hunt, his 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And once again, the Browns are back in front. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And it's now 17-14. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know it.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13.
Check 26. Check. Fresno.
They'll run it. It's Mack. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
Rush in. Check 13. Tight dog.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. How about 25 yards on 3rd down? They'll take it. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 47. Out of the gun, here's a give to Mack. He'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard line.
The ball carrier taken down at the 43-yard line. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the Browns' 43-yard line.
Lock you. Jam. You got tight.
2nd and 6. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Joe Schobert in there to record another sack, and that is now 6 on the afternoon for this defensive unit.
On the double. Mike 57. I know he hustle. 57's the Mike. Watch 57. Come on. You better bring it. 57's the Mike. I got you. Hatchet. Watch twins. 25. Check 25. Watch twins.
They're going to look to throw. And that is incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed, if there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like. The Browns drive about to get started. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
They run with Hunt. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. It's been a remarkable day at the office for him running the football. Those yards just continue to pile well past 100.
And how about more than double-digit carries in the second half alone? That's what you want as a runner because you've got to prove to your offensive line that you're going to be as tough as they are. They don't rotate in and out on every play. Running backs often do, so those who can stay out there with their offensive linemen, those are the guys they really value.
This is Hunt, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
Second and 11 at the 36-yard line.
51. Quit talking about it and bring it.
Second and 11. It's complete to Drake. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first.
And the Browns first down.
Ready to break.
You want the mic. I don't even know why this team.
Hey, lock it.
Check 43.
They'll run on first down. It's Hunt, and he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple.
You got it.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Squeeze.
Check three. 57's Mike. Mike 57.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about.
Let's go.
Ready.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
55.
He'll look to throw. And he'll find his tight end, Seals Jones. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a first down.
It's a gain of 10. First down, Browns.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. Now Hunt. It's a room to maneuver. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. 25 yards. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. He keeps carrying the ball into the end zone, and in this one, he's sort of carrying the team on his back.
He's the reason that they lead right now. No question about it. And you talk about on his back, he's not minding the extra weight at all, is he? Carrying that just as lightly as he does the football.
Man,
what a great performance so far.
Those 3 touchdowns, it's got him in the lead. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him. All right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us. points. No way does that guy get on the field in this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's there got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
53, Mike, 53. Hey, come on, yo, come on, yo. Check 24, check 24. Hey, watch this, watch this. Quick.
They run it with Ballage. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently.
Shift. Stick lead. Stick guy. Check 31, check 31. Switch. Truck.
He'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that. And thus far, they've been successful.
Mike, 53, Mike. Man, I got you. Check 99, 49, check 49. Shoot.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Cannon. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
A pair of first downs gives them a 1st and 10 up at the 44.
Watch the screen. Alert on the ball. Check. Shoot. Watch the
And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 44-yard line. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. You're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
53. 53 is the Mike. That's the pass. Mike, 53.
They'll set up to throw. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. 23 yards on the play.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he...
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games. And now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
And pretty good pursuit there defensively. He's brought down, no gain on the play. 2nd down coming up. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down.
No. Watch out. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. Show it up.
They run again with Hunt. Well, that gives them a little room, but not much. A gain of 2 to the 5.
And this is an absolutely big third down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Has to. You said big third down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. The Browns on third down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 8. On third down, here's Hunt. And a short gain here as he gets it up only to about the 6. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
They don't want it. Keep playing hard, fellas, all day.
So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 4th down here in a game that looks to have been decided already. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Taking it about the 16. Not a big deal on that one. Just your everyday 67-yard punt. And the Raider drive will start from deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right?
And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Picked off at about the 31. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
Obviously disappointing, but you had to go for broke here, down 2 scores. So that forced you to make some throws you definitely wouldn't want to make. And I think this interception is going to pretty much write an end to this one.
On 1st down, Hunt. A gain of 3, 2nd down. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hunt. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Here I come. Hey, check Mike 57. Mike 57. Watch the out. Watch the out.
And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. An 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Browns take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. Fairbairn good with the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Into the hands of his running back, Marlon Mack. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. look to throw here. Now a desperation throw deep downfield, and that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Watch the run, watch the run. 53 is the mic. 53 is the mic. Hey, here we go. Go. Check three. Check. Check hot route. Hot. Shift. Look, 53.
2nd and 10. Looking left side, and it's complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. A big play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Raiders get a score closer. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he will get into the end zone to cut the lead a little bit further. So the lead is now dwindled to 9 as the kick here is away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30, right about the 29.
At their own 29-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. Defensively, there's still 3 timeouts. Do you even need to use them at this point?
I think a lot of coaches do it anyway, and it seems like cosmetics to us.
Does it just send a message you're not quitting?
Send a message that you're not quitting. Let your team know you're going to battle all the way, and you're always hoping for that ultimate miracle that something will happen. You'll pick up the ball and score, and you'll have a chance one more time and maybe on an onside kick, but not likely.
Go out.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts. So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense that it was much more of the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together, got a spark, and then took off. It's really nice to watch in the second half.
So for Cleveland, they move back over 500 at 3-2 now on the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Oakland, they can't quite seem to turn things around as they fall into 2-4 now on the year. And they'll look to get back on track next week as they travel to Denver to take on the Broncos.